to Isla Mujeres, the beautiful Mexican Caribbean. Dive in the amazing ocean life and corals of Mia Reef. Located at the northern tip of Isla Mujeres, just east of popular Playa Norte and surrounding the Mia Reef Resort. We'll be exploring the entire reef, starting from the entrance at Hermosa Caleta, all along the Mia Reef Resort, and about 200 yards past to the reef's end at the lighthouse. This secluded reef is packed with hundreds of Caribbean fish, beautiful and endangered coral environments, awesome and unique reef structures, and even underwater caverns with swim-throughs. We'll be entering from the scenic Hermosa Caleta entrance, where we'll swim through the waves and over the shallow reef, head north all the way to the end. Now it's time to get below the surface. As we turn north from Hermosa Caleta, the super shallow reef turns into striated rocky reefs with all sorts of long and deep crevices. Much of this reef is hollow at the bottom, where cool fish like this spot-fin porcupine fish like to hang out. Now let's take a breath and dive down over the ledge of the rocky reef to the bottom of the sand for some cool stingrays. This first small stingray is a yellow stingray, which are non-aggressive and peaceful around humans, unless you step on it or try to grab it. Then it might defend itself by impaling you with a venomous barb near the base of its tail. A nearby spotted trunkfish has joined us. These fish are so uniquely strange looking but cool at the same time, with their big protruding eyes, triangle-shaped body, and many fins fluttering along. Next, we're diving down to a much larger stingray, again at the bottom of the sand. This is a southern stingray, about 12 times the size of the smaller yellow stingray. And like the yellow stingray, this southern stingray is non-aggressive, currently resting under the reef in a crevice to avoid the current. Southern stingrays have long tails, which also contain venomous barbs for self-defense. Now we're going to pick up the pace as there is so much more to see along this reef. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe now to catch my future ocean life videos exploring the best of Southern California to Baja and the Mexican Caribbean. Now let's get back down under. I love exploring this reef with all the interesting crevices, different reef levels, and drop-offs. And then there's all the beautiful diverse Caribbean fish and awesome corals. Here's a large diverse group of surgeonfish swimming above and beneath the reef. I wish I could make myself small like them to get under the reef with them. The views from beneath the reef must be amazing. Everywhere you go along this reef, you'll be joined by so many fish. Let's take a closer look at this cool bright yellow with two vertical black stripes porkfish. Also known as the Atlantic porkfish sweet lips. What a name. Little sweet lips really stands out compared to the other fish in the background environment. Looks like the porkfish has been joined by a variety of parrotfish and surgeonfish species. Let's watch them cruise the reef and see where they go. Some more interesting bright yellow fish. These are spot-fin butterfly fish, commonly found from the western Atlantic Ocean, from the Gulf of Mexico to the Caribbean. These small colorful fish are hard to get on camera. They constantly move around in every direction and quickly. It's just plain luck when I can get a group of them going in the same direction momentarily. And here come all the local fish again. Let's see where they're all going. Now that we're about halfway along the Mia Reef, approaching the end of the resort, let's take a look at some awesome corals you'll commonly find here. Also coming up, caverns with swim-throughs in the reef. And we'll explore all the way to the deep end, to the lighthouse. Now let's get back below the waves. Aside from all the fish, there are plenty of corals to appreciate here. Let's take a closer look at some of the more interesting corals you'll experience along this reef. We're approaching some cool looking symmetrical brain coral, which is a colonial species of stone coral that live in shallow water. The symmetrical brain coral grows very slowly, about 1 centimeter to its diameter per year. This means a large specimen, over a meter across, is at least a century old. Here's an awesome elkhorn coral, which is critically endangered along with the brain coral. Elkhorn coral grow quickly, about 5 to 10 centimeters per year. Since 1980, scientists have estimated that the species has declined 97% in the Caribbean. An interesting fact about all coral is that they are animals, not plants. Now we're approaching some blade fire coral, which is also critically endangered. This coral grows in thin, upright blades to a height of 20 inches. These corals have feeding and defensive polyps that are hair-like and project through the fine pores on the surface of the blades. If you touch your skin on the blade fire coral, you'll get a severe stinging sensation and possibly end up with a rash. Now let's relax to some amazing Caribbean coral views. to dive into those caverns with swim-throughs. Located at the end of Mia Reef Resort, that long shallow reef in the middle is where we're headed. Let's get back under and check out this awesome area. The first cavern is only about 10 feet deep, and here's a colorful French angelfish to welcome us in. Inside is filled with fish, mostly an assortment of snappers and grunts. I love all the openings in the sunny side of the cavern, with the sunlight shining in. Here's some schoolmaster snappers coming in for a closer look, followed by several blue-striped grunts. It's so fun hanging out in this little cavern surrounded by fish. Our next cavern is about 50 feet north of the first and about 15 feet down from the surface. You thought the first cavern had a lot of fish? Check out all these. Like the first, lots of grunts and snappers, with surgeonfish and parrotfish mixed in. This cavern is larger than the first, with several huge openings. I love the way the fish are swaying in the current. What an amazing view they have. The last cavern is the smallest and the most shallow, but the view is no less beautiful. Now let's explore the awesome life-filled reef on the east side of Mia Reef Resort. And after, we'll cruise the deepest part of the reef all the way to the fog light. Now let's get back under. What a beautiful group of rainbow parrotfish. And now we approach a large school of Atlantic blue tang surgeonfish, cruising over hundreds of purple sea fans. Purple sea fans, which are octocorals, dominate the shallow surfaces of this reef along the Mia Reef Resort. This area is often extremely turbulent with current and waves. Gliding by are a few Bermuda chubs. Let's dive down over the ledge and explore the awesome views along the bottom of the reef. The bottom is cut with crevices and long hollow sections. And spot-fin porcupine fish love to hang out in these environments. From the top, it's hard to tell how cool the bottom of the reef looks, until you dive down for an amazing view with lots of fish. Here comes that huge school of rainbow parrotfish again. Exploring the reef next to the Mia Reef Resort is an awesome experience, if you have the right conditions. the grand finale. We're headed to the deep end of the reef, about 200 yards out to the fog light. As this group of large tarpons circle us, we begin our final journey to the end. From top to bottom along this reef, through crevices and over corals, among hundreds of colorful, thriving Caribbean fish. Let's enjoy. Thank you for exploring with me beautiful Isla Mujeres and the amazing reef life of Mia Reef Resort. Please subscribe now to catch future videos and share this video on your social media with other ocean life lovers. If you would like to see even more, check out our website oceanearthgreen.com for pictures, videos, and perspectives of scuba divers, freedivers, and snorkelers from around the world. Thanks for watching. See you on the next adventure.